and you don't have the K7 LED yet, but if you do, you can go to auto by clicking on once, scroll till you see the word A right here, or the letter A. You click it once, and you can go ahead and scroll using this knob right here to whatever kind of corals you have. So like for me, I have a mixed reef, so I'm going to do LPS and SPS, and I'm going to press once. So all these settings right here will be starting from, I'm scrolling right now, starting from 1 is the time it starts in the morning. So let's say at 8 a.m. all my settings for, if you have from A through E, these will be your channels for your blue lights. For K7, oops, what just happened there? So I guess I hit at a certain time and turned off some of my lights. Let's try this again. So you're gonna click on that, scroll over to auto, click on it once, scroll over to whatever corals you have. These are just default settings for LED and T5 combo, but since I don't have the LEDs from Noopsyche or whatever you want to call it, basically the top number right here represents, I guess, insert in that sequence. So you can scroll. It does it by default. I'll show you again. So you can scroll from starting from 1. That's the time that it starts at 8 a.m. Right now, F stands for T5. Okay, so that means it's off at 8 a.m. So you go to channel 2 by scrolling again. It'll be 9 a.m. right here. T5 is still off. All these settings is for your LEDs. Once you get it hooked up, it'll sync to it. And then their channels are here, which will tell you that, okay, at this time, 10 a.m., I'm gonna ramp up my lights, LED, as well as the F, which stands for T5. F stands for on, so you can set the time it starts to turn on by clicking on this, and then changing the time that you want it to be on. So you can have it at 10 a.m. or whatever time you want to set it. So I want 4 hours a day, so I'm gonna have it on at 10 a.m. and then you navigate by clicking on that. By clicking, it moves through the thing. And then if you want your T5s to be off, all you do is click and hold, and it'll set to off. Or click and hold again, and it'll turn it back on, basically. From there, you go to your next layer. So in order to do that, you can't really scroll. So you're gonna have to click on it once, and then it'll go to the next level or layer, which is layer 4. So I told it to turn off at 1400 hours, which is about 2 p.m. right here. The F right here stands for, that does that. Sorry guys, wrong settings. Go back to it. So we're on channel 4, I believe. Yeah. So channel 4 would be off at 1400 hours, which is 2 p.m. You can see the off right here for T5s is F. And it just ramps basically while the T5 is still off. These are for your LEDs and so forth. And so the last one would be number 7. You should set it at the maximum 23.59, where everything's at 0 and off, so that the T5s are off, not running the whole night, you know what I mean? So because the next morning will be 1, right? So 1 will go back to this, So wherever 1 is, it'll still be off, basically. All the way until the next 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so forth. Pretty easy to figure out. And that's how you do it. So time start, off for T5. F stands for T5. I don't know why, but that's the last one on the list.